30 years have since passed, and while a whole lot has changed, the song remains the same. The Wolf still rocks.
Hey, it's Brian Ellis, Morning Show host, 101.5 The Wolf. We continue our Wolf 30th video series. The Wolf launched February 14th, 1992. This guy was along for the ride. It's Pete Dalliday. Good morning, Pete. How are you?
Hey, Brian, I see you there, and you're right over there, too.
I know. I'm in the Wolf studio. You're over in the Fresh Radio studio, 100.5. You do the morning show on Fresh Radio with Danny Guppy, but there was a time that you were on the air with the Wolf. And take us back to, I guess, the early days of you joining the Wolf.
Yeah, well, it wasn't the night of the launch because I wasn't there. Still, that's a little sore spot for me, as you know. I've been watching all your videos, and you start with that big launch party. It was Valentine's Day, 1992. I was on a friggin' date, man. Okay.
Oh!
So, anyway, I didn't make it to the party.
I wasn't in charge of the guest list, so I'm out. I don't know.
No, it's funny because I had been working at the radio station prior to that, just through high school and stuff, and I left for college. And I was working at, I think, CKBT and Country 105 at the time when you guys launched as the Wolf. So I kind of missed out on the launch. But of those 30 years, I think I've been here for 24 of them, maybe 24 of them. So, I've been around, and it was a pleasure to kind of come over and to the Wolf in July 2nd, 1996. Not that I'm good with dates, but I'm pretty sure that's when it was.
And you started off afternoons, or was it afternoons first?
Oh God, no! No, you did afternoons.
No, I was 96. You know what? Here's the thing.
You were the afternoon guy.
I know. You said 96, right? I've been doing so many interviews with all these former announcers. I've got dates running through my head. So you started out doing what? Weekends, maybe?
Evenings, yeah.
Evenings.
Well, just like evenings, weekend, wherever they needed me, right? I mean, I just remember filling in for whoever needed, some weekend stuff or whatever. But and I just sort of went back and forth from the Wolf, and then I did some stuff. We started doing the Pete's games that fall. I think really that's why they brought me over. I'm like, oh, okay, I get to work at the Wolf. But a couple months later, we announced that Cruise Radio was getting the Pete's games, and I would be part of it. So I think there was a method to their madness to bring me over there. But the Wolf was certainly a good spot to hang out, which was really cool because for the people that know, the Wolf studio by that point was in the old Chex studio, Chex Radio, because it had moved upstairs, and that's where I was familiar with the building. It was like going home, to be honest with you. I kind of grew up there, so I wasn't really intimidated other than by you.
Well, by me, I'm a very intimidating guy.
Yeah,
So we've been up on Television Hill. We also were downtown at the corner of King and George, and now we're in our studios here on Monaghan Road. Take us back to your time on the air with the Wolf. It's been a special time because the listeners, and I hate to say it, it's cliche, but they are just so great, so faithful.
Yeah, and it's funny. I've been watching some of your interviews, by the way, behind the scenes. Sorry, I've been really. They've been fun to watch. I know they haven't all aired yet, but the listeners now, you would only know kind of maybe two because you did afternoons for so long, and then in the morning they're different, right? But even like when I did evenings for a couple of years, that's a whole different type of listener. You almost feel like you really need to be more of a friend to them, someone to answer the phone and talk to those people at night. Currency could probably attest to that. Anyone that's worked evenings, you kind of feel a little more attached to them because you feel like sometimes you're the only person that, they're communicating with. So that's kind of a unique experience from evenings. Mornings, you kind of always picture some guys, getting in a pickup truck together and going to a job site. That's kind of the feeling you get there. And then afternoons, it's people just trying to get through their workday, and you're trying to push them through to get them home, right? So I always found that interesting, the people and the different people that called at different times of the day and now tweeting and texting and stuff like that. So the audience is huge. I mean, I don't know that I would do a radio show if there was no audience, and it doesn't have to be big as long as there's one or two people. But
exactly.
I mean, they're a huge part of the Wolf's 30 years, whether it be going to Win to Get In events. I know you've talked about Wolf Stock, whatever the case may be, bus trips we did over the years. It's all about them. So they're with us. I know we're talking a lot about us, but really 30 years is huge for the listeners, and we want to thank them as well. Not that I'm there anymore, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
and it's funny. You talked about the Peterborough Pete's, and you were kind of the play-by-play guy for the Pete's. That's when you joined us, and then we put the Pete's broadcasts on our AM station. And it's always been amazing to me to look back at your career, not only with the Wolf, but with 980 Cruise and Fresh Radio now. And the play-by-play aspect, because I'm telling you, buddy, I have no idea how you keep track of all the names. I don't.
Yeah.
Any of the play-by-play people.
Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, it's something that I don't know. There's lots of tricks and little things, and you do the same thing in your job. I mean, you could rifle off probably every track on Hotel California or whatever. I mean, of an Eagles album or whatever. But yeah, it's just a thing that you practice a little bit, but. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun going back and forth. Like there was times where I would do a shift on the Wolf during the day, and I would do a Pete's game at night, and the next day I'd be interviewing the premier, because I was doing some stuff with Czechs as well. I'm like, this is a really cool job because I got the best of both worlds. And
yeah,
as far as the Wolf is concerned, I mean, I don't know. It's not a big deal, but I do take pride in the fact that I did every single job on the Wolf. Not a lot of people can say that. I did the news. I did mornings for whenever someone needed to be filled in. But I remember after Jay got let go, I filled in for him, for 5 weeks before TJ started. So that was a good run, and then after that, yeah, you took over. But
yep.
Middays, I filled in for Dale the odd time doing the nooner, the all request nooner.
Yep.
Filled in for you in afternoons, eventually took that show over. And then I did evenings. And so I've done every single shift. I think I probably dressed up in the Wolf mascot a couple times too. I mean, so, you got to always have that guy that's a little on the versatile side. So I was that guy for a lot of years. I was just, Pete'll do it. Pete'll just, all right, so I'll do it. So it's, it was fun. I didn't mind doing that.
Now that I hear you say that, I think you are right. You might be the only guy that's done everything because I can't think of other people that have done as much as you have. So,
not for as long. I mean, people have been there a long time, but
yep.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about that the other day. Like, what am I going to talk about? I'm like, well, I think I've done actually every shift on the Wolf that's possible. So
that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. So now you are hosting Fresh Radio, the morning show 100.5 with Danny Guppy, and tell us a bit about you guys and your show over there on Fresh Radio.
Yeah, it's the second best show in this building. So it's a shit show some days for sure.
Yeah,
actually, Danny gave me a word to work into the interview. And it was shit show, so I had to get.
Oh, you did it!
Yeah, I did it.
Ding, ding, ding.
She's got one too for hers, but
okay.
yeah, no, we're we have fun here, and we're playing a lot of hot AC right now, so you're going to hear a lot of Lil Nas X, and we had a heyday the day after the Super Bowl because pretty sure you guys aren't playing Dr. Dre and Eminem over there, so you're probably a little jelly on Monday when we got to spin the artist.
I know,
but. You know what? Danny, of course, spent some time with the Wolf as well. It's not where I first met her. I grew up with Danny up in the North End, and we knew each other a little bit. I hung out with her brothers and stuff, and she had a major crush on me for many, many years. So, working together is a little on the awkward side. No, I'm just kidding. But
great.
No, I mean, we have fun, and we dream one day of taking over your show one day because we're rockers at heart. We love our rock, and I'm just saying one day, Brian.
One day.
You can't work there forever, man.
Give me another 10.
It's been 30 years.
I need another 10. I've done 30. Give me another 10, and then maybe I'll pack it in.
But secretly, between records, sometimes over here, yeah, man, we will spin some Pearl Jam and some Chili Peppers and Foo Fighters just off air.
Off air, yeah. That's great.
No, that's it's going good here. We appreciate it. And anytime you have an off day, feel free to tune in.
I will. Pete Dalliday, thanks so much. I appreciate reminiscing about. That's it. We get 10 minutes, man.
Bob Harris got 24 minutes.
See, Bob was the former program director who kind of
quit.
got But he got the Wolf going.
People that got fired got more time than me. Mark the Cleaner got more time than I did. That's fine.
He's gone. That's Pete Dalliday, everybody.
That's brutal.
Thanks, Pete.